We were invited to Philadelphia Union in the USA to try out some matchday hospitality, and here's how we got on. Made our way to Subaru Park about 3 hours before kickoff and had a quick look around the Union shop. Big fan of this jersey. And because this was the final game of the MLS season, there were a few things going on in front of Subaru Park, so we made our way outside to have a look around. Brilliant atmosphere outside the stadium, and there were a few fun and games and competitions going on. We spun this wheel and won a fly swatter. And an animal you definitely don't want to swat, these dogs. You can adopt a dog outside the stadium, which is something we've not seen before. We then tried out a few of the competitions and showed off our first touch. It was then off to the club and suites entrance, where we made our way through security and had our e-tickets scanned. Staff were then on hand to give us our VIP wristband. There is lift access upstairs to the different VIP areas and suites. Entry is an hour and a half before kickoff, which isn't much time, so it's a good idea to get in as early as you can. As part of our ticket, we did have access to the Stadium Club. We decided to spend about 10 to 15 minutes inside this very smart lounge, which is located above and behind one of the goals. Open throughout the match, there is a paid bar, and you can also pay for some food and drink. Instead, we made our way out onto the balcony to have a look at the view. Amazing views of the Delaware River and the Commodore Barry Bridge, and it's got to be up there with some of the best views from a stand in the MLS. Then, with a few more special things planned, it was down some stairs and off to the Tunnel Club. New from 2019, this VIP lounge offers some very special features. Staff were on hand to welcome us and show us inside the lounge, which was very lively and conveniently located right next to the player tunnel. A bit more on that later on. A big fan of the interior of the lounge, but it could probably do with a few more tables. Beer, wines and soft drinks are available at the open bar throughout the afternoon, and an hour after kickoff, we decided to grab ourselves a soft drink. Drinks are unlimited, and something else that's unlimited is the all-you-can-eat buffet. Grabbed ourselves a plate and some cutlery and loaded it up with way too much food. These sprouts were actually really good, and we also enjoyed the cheesesteaks, as well as the cookies and sweet treats. Polished off a few rounds of food with just enough time to check out the team news, which is shown on the big screens in the lounge. Then 20 minutes before kickoff is a good time to stand next to the tunnel, where you might get yourself a high five or two. An amazing feature that you don't get at many football grounds, and you can also watch the players lining up before kickoff. Then, as the players make their way out onto the pitch, it's a good idea to take a brisk walk from the Tunnel Club and off to the Manager's Row. The Manager's Row is a VIP area located directly behind the dugouts with a few padded seats. Something else that was a nice touch was the in-seat food and drink service. We decided to go for a Philly pretzel. Really enjoyed the Oscar presentation every time a player went down too easily, and we might have got our hands on the real Oscar. Something else we really enjoyed was this strike. And when you're sitting in the Manager's Row, you can't really get much closer to the players. Tickets for this package are from $353.50. A big thank you to Philadelphia Union for the invite and for your fantastic hospitality, and congratulations on the win. And all that's left to say is, where should we go for the next padded seat?